In the interest of time, I think we should start. A very warm welcome to all of you who have assigned to the Greener Europe session. I'm Birgit Georgi and the moderator of today's session, and I have the challenge now to bring to you three super interesting, just finished UIA projects to you within just 25 minutes. I hope you have enjoyed the introductory videos, which we have already sent to you in advance. And today we want to explore the values these projects can bring to local and EU policies by exploring their policy achievements, their learning points for themselves and other cities, and by their added value to the local development. You know already about the digital etiquette. Please keep your micro muted during the session. If you have any comments, you are very welcome to use the chat box on the right side. Who's with me in the room today as speakers? We have Alicia Valle from Viladecans in Spain. She's a municipal manager and project manager of Vilawatt, a project that tackles the need for energy transition with a local public-private citizen partnership. Then we have Anna Hutun from Lahti in Finland, who is a project manager of the CitiCap project that tackles the challenges of establishing a more sustainable urban mobility by the citizen cap and trade system. And finally, we have Brina Laza from Maribor in Slovenia, project manager of the Urban Soil for Food project, focusing on circular economy. Here, Maribor aims to increase local food self-sufficiency. So that's quite a bunch of inspiring, innovative projects and experience. And the challenges they try to tackle are highly complex. So when I first read about these projects, I thought they will bring up some technical solutions. But in our pre-preparatory talks, I learned that that may not be the main focus alone. So let's start with Anna. Anna, hope you are here with us.
Yeah, I'm here.
Anna, could you tell us briefly what was the core idea and what are the elements of CitiCap?
Yeah, what we have done in a CitiCap project is that we have piloted the personal carbon trading on mobility, and we have developed an application to our citizens. With the application, they can track their carbon footprint on mobility. And then, the basic idea of the app is the following. So every user that will use our cap and trade application will receive a carbon budget, and this budget will be spent based on their travel mode choices. And if they make more sustainable transport choices, they will earn virtual euros. And later on, they can exchange the euros on a marketplace to city services or discounts. We have basically developed the model from scratch since the beginning of the project. And last year, we were able to pilot it throughout the year.
Mm-hmm. That sounds quite interesting. And how does it work? Did actually the behavior already change? How is it used, or what could you observe?
We're still analyzing the results of the pilot, but of course, and because of the fact is, of course, that because of the COVID-19 situation, we already know that there has been a remarkable reduction on mobility emissions. But it's still a bit hard to say that which of that among the users of the application is because of the COVID or is because of the PCT. But what we already already know that about 40% of the users that have answered our final survey stated that they have changed their mobility into more sustainable because of using the application. And the key reasons for this, according to the answers, were information on their own mobility emissions and, of course, their willingness to challenge themselves. And the third reason was the prizes that we have given through the marketplace.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And on the way to developing your solutions, did you experience any unexpected challenges, or did you discover some novel solutions you haven't thought about it before you started the project? Did anything pop up?
Yeah, I think we stumble upon every stone on the way. I mean, it's very interesting, but it's also it's very challenging to create this kind of solution before anyone else. So you need plenty of time to figure out what you really want to integrate into the application. You have to figure out how you make the theoretical model work in the application, how the calculations that were created for the personal carbon trading actually work in the application, how you make it as easy to use and as like intuitive for the users. And also, like, if you think about personal carbon trading as a concept, it's not the easiest one. So we had to work a lot to figure out what is the best way to communicate about the app to the users, so that they don't feel like it's too difficult to understand or too difficult to use, etc. And of course, in the beginning, we had a lot of technical challenges, because we needed to integrate parts of three different solutions together. We are piloting new technology on the mobility detection, and that has been also improving all the time during the project, etc. So, I mean, there has been a lot of things, but we have always found a solution, and that's great, of course.
Yeah, I think I take from you that it's quite important to really work together with the potential or the later user to make it work then. And I also read in the chat, probably you also need a big partnership for all the discounts and working with different organizations to get that running with your currency. I would like to jump to Alicia, to Spain. You decided to tackle energy transition also not so much with a technical solution, but rather with a local public-private citizen partnerships, a long term, which is a governance approach. So why did you decide for this approach?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for the invitation. And as you know, if you have looked for our project, Vilawatt is a very complex project, but the social aspects were very important. To our city, one of our challenge was to change the relationships from our citizens and companies with the energy, and how energy could be a key point to work seriously and hard for the planet. That's why we try to create with Vilawatt our local company, and it was so important to involve our citizens in the government of the company. And that was the main challenge of Vilawatt. And as I said, it was we have other aspects, but the social one was the main challenge of us. The other challenge that we wanted to work with a project was to change our organization culture by introducing innovation as a part of the construction of projects and procedures. That was also one of the main aspects we worked with our UIA project.
Mhm.
So that's
Okay. And do you have already any results, something concrete, what came out, what changed after you have implemented the first steps?
Yes, after 3 years of going on with our project, I have to say that Vilawatt has been an engine of change of different strategic areas, energy, occupation, environment, circular economy through the implementation of the local energy currency. Some examples of our achievements that we have now more evidence as that we have right now more than 500 dwellings that already only consume kilowatt energy. And also we are using our local currency to actively help the local commerce in these times of pandemia. Also, we have more than 600 citizens involved in our energy community, working hard to make a real change.
Mhm. And while you follow your own project, your own agenda, did anything else change, or did you experience also some surprises of things you hadn't thought about in the beginning?
Well, at the beginning, when we made our application form, we were very happy, but very scared also because Vilawatt touched many areas in our organization. Right now, we are very happy because we think that innovation in public organizations is more than possible. And after 3 years of Vilawatt going on, I would say that innovation is not only possible; is an obligation for us in every field, and that nothing is impossible if you have the internal team ready to change and the right external partners and the right stakeholders to to change and to improve in your achievements. Right now, we're very happy because we have our company going on. We are supplying energy to a very long part of our citizens, and we have another way to do things inside the organization. So we are ready to change and to look for and other challenges. So.
Mhm. Okay, and let's pick up the third example, Brina in Maribor. You also told me that the technical solution is part of your project, which is a kind of application that produces safe and certified soil from cities' waste, which then can be used for food production or parks or construction. But however, at least equally important have been some other activities and results around that technical solution. Can you tell us what these are?
Yes, first of all, hello everybody. I would like to just say that it's not an application, actually, it's the pilot going to be physically built in the process of building physically the pilot that is going to produce this urban soil from different waste streams in the city so that we can close the waste stream loops. But as you said, this is a multi-layer project. It's not just the pilot that is in the focus, of course, but we are also tackling the food self-sufficiency in the city. We are we also launched an app. It's called Inno Rural that connects local farmers and what they are offering with the citizens, so that the citizens see what they have, what certain farmer has on stock, and where in which market he's going to be in the city, what is his address if you want to pick it up at his farm. This is one of the also important outputs for the citizens, and also actually the knowledge transfer to the citizens. We are very hard working with them through multiple workshops, and now in the last year, sadly, webinars for informing them about how to proper plant food, how to produce your own food, because also in the project we established urban gardens in the city, which means we have established an urban garden on the area of 12,400 square meters with 66 individual plots for citizens, a fruit orchard, and a part is like a community garden. It's a social integration garden where citizens that are employed or have other, let's say, social or integrational issues work, and they also then get this what they worked on, so that they are also involved, as well as children and the elderly. We also established 6 vertical gardens on different locations in the city, which means one is in the elderly home on the part of the that is a protected area, where the elderly are not living because of their conditions, or so that they can enjoy the vertical gardens out there. And they actually chose and asked us to plant strawberries, so if they walk in this area outside they can pick strawberries. We also established one in a kindergarten in the city park, and also in a on a vacation home for of the Society of Youth of Maribor. So we are very much working on many layers, also to involve children, to involve the youth, and to educate them on the importance of healthy food, of food production of their own, of local food, of shortening actually the transport routes of the food in the city. And this is everything, like I said, a very multi-layered project that is tackling many other
Yeah.
issues.
As you said, it seems very, very layered, and it seems also like with the other projects, you have a lot of additional benefits, not just the aim here at circular economy, but also increasing quality of life in the city, as it seems to me. I mean, these are extremely inspiring projects, and you find some information that is to the participants now who asked for in the videos we sent in advance, but also on the web pages of these projects. But to my 3 speakers, what would you think? What are the main success factors and conditions you need to do such a project in a successful way? What is important? As I notice, it's not just the technical knowledge, but has to do a lot with social factors as well. So who wants to pick that question up?
Yeah, well, I can start. Anna speaking. Yeah, I mean, I think, for instance, when it's about an UIA project, it's very important to have very good cooperation between the partners of the project. Because, I mean, when you have to deal with new things that you're developing and with the challenging times that you have, it's very important that everyone is pretty flexible and willing to discuss and find out new ways. And of course, when it comes to the implementation, it's very important to engage the citizens in different kind of ways, try new methods, try to meet the citizens, organize different kind of events, invite them to, for instance, to try the solution and support them to download it, etc. Give their opinion and try to improve it further based on their feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I continue and if I can, and I will kind of connect also to the question that I saw. It's also not just the interaction with the citizens that is very important for us, since we are also promoting, let's say, circular economy, that it's quite of a fresh topic in our city. But it's also the cooperation with the partners and choosing and building the project around the partnership that is going to add value. So we connected with certain NGOs, with some certain companies that are specialized, or on one hand on food, and they're managing already other urban gardens in the city, or on the other hand they're leading some second-hand shop in the city. So the communication with the citizens and communication within the partnership that is built around the actual problems that you want to tackle is, I think, one of the most important key factors for success.
Yes, Brina, I think that links also a bit to the question we just got on the audience, how you self-assess the degree of innovation of your proposals at the application state, if you applied certain panels of experts or plain desk research and so on. So would you like to add anything on that, or just...
Please? Yes.
So you had discussions with several type of organizations in advance, and
yeah, we actually sat down in advance, and we invited into the partnership like I said, NGOs, companies, public companies that actually add value and can help us make the next step. We also wanted to focus at least one partner in particular for the communication with the citizens, for establishing the living lab, for supporting the SMEs and some startup companies that is also part of the project, SMEs and startup companies that are working on the topic of food and food self-sufficiency. So that's why we were very, let's say, particular about choosing the partnership that can actually then help achieve all the outputs that we had in mind.
Okay, thank you. And I also want to give Alicia a last chance to talk. And I see maybe it can also link to your answer. I see a question, how did you manage the diversity of different outputs on education, quality of life, and so on? Maybe that links also to your project.
Well, as we say before, for us to work together with the team and stakeholders, our partnerships in a transparency way, sharing all the challenges we have to innovate in the project was a key point. For us, innovation has been an attitude, has been a state of mind, a new state of mind, and that make us strong to achieve any change or any difficulties we had in our project. For us, the main success right now is that in Viladecans, everyone is talking about energy. So we have changed the mind of our citizens. 3 years ago, energy was not in conversation. Right now, it's one of the main ways we have from the city council to attract our citizens to our calls. And we have our kids talking about energy in schools, our companies very, very, very hardworking with us to have community energies going on.